Welcome to CCRPG, where we open up our virtual table and play games with some good friends. I'm Bob, and I'll be running Lancer. I'm joined today by Jay, portraying Graham Demaree.
Yo.
Jeremy, portraying Gene Stroud.
Why am I here?
Todd, portraying Nestor Nembus.
Science.
Chuck, portraying Jake McCloud.
Yes.
We return to our pilots as their ship approaches the Amethyst. Through Cassius Valium, now a defector from his group, they eluded the trap that has snared the rest of the Astra Uprising. The rest of the Uprising are prisoners aboard their own ship, as the Noblesse Affaire prepare to take it for themselves. Now, having subdued the guards meant to bring them in, the Quartz ready themselves for a rescue mission. Being none the wiser, landing codes are sent and received. The element of surprise is on their side. Welcome back, pilots.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Your ship, the pod ship Quartz, slowly approaches the Amethyst. Cass has spent time with Graham and Torsay, kind of like going over the layout of where he knows troops are, where like the route he's planning on taking, and giving you just as many general tips as he can of what he knew the situation was before he left. You still have a few minutes as your ship is pulling in to the docking bay. This is your last... he's going to be on team comms with you, so you'll be able to talk with him throughout the mission. At any point, you can try to contact Torsay or Cass, even if you get separated, because she did tie him in. Okay. But this is the last chance you'll have to consult with him before things get started. If anyone has anything they want to go over before landing, or if you have more questions for Cass, or if you want to talk with each other about solidifying your plan.
Yo.
No, let's do it live.
I mean, do you guys have a good understanding of what we're trying to do? Is there anything that you think we should do differently? Or do you want to try to start free prisoners first and go from there?
Free prisoners, start rebellion. Free prisoners, start another rebellion. Free prisoners, start a rebellion.
Let's just keep that same first one going. And
I think it's the first starting point. Yeah.
Yeah. Worry about the second one after. Restarting the second one, I suppose.
And who's the first group we want to free?
It was what amounts to the infantry of the Amethyst.
Right. Do we know where they're being held?
We do. We have a map from Cash showing us, and they were, I believe, the closest as well.
They are, yes, because they are roughly in the... Okay, so scale-wise, the Amethyst is big. The Amethyst is very big. But from where you will dock with the ship, they are held roughly in the midship area. So, yes, if you're looking for a group to free, they are one of the closest groups. Absolutely.
Okay. I have a question for Cass, or Cassius. In character, do we... So you guys got some weird tech. Is there anything we need to be watching out for? You know, like, I mean, a gunfight's probably going to be inevitable, but like, you guys got anything we should be worried about?
On the ground, they're really well trained.
Well, I could deal with that.
He thinks and he goes, well, you won't have to worry about that because none of them can pilot my mech. I mean, if we wait too long, Heathcote will arrive with reinforcements. So hopefully we can get things done before them arriving happens. But nothing crazy. I mean, you've been on missions alongside of us before. You kind of generally know what they're capable of.
Yes. Chuck the player has been on many missions with them, and I know what they expect.
They are a well-drilled, nearly military force. Like,
Okay.
they are high discipline, high like chain, like they're a high structure kind of group. That doesn't mean they don't take initiative, but they're very effective. So I would say you could expect from them what you would expect from like Corsac, right? Like they're
okay.
good. They're good.
Noted. Okay, yeah. We'll watch out for that then.
I mean, it's possible that, the people up on the bridge are being held, but I doubt they're holding the bridge hostage. If they can, they would like to leave with the ship intact. If they can't, they will destroy it and take the pieces. But I don't think that's plan A.
Oh yeah, I mean, take a full ship you can actually use versus something you're gonna have to reassemble. Definitely plan A.
I assume that there's more you're not telling us, Cassius, about the Noblesse, because we had a good working relationship here that all just kind of fell to shit, and I'm not really sure why that decision was made.
Yeah, I had questions about that, but I didn't think this was the time to ask them. But if we are,
I don't
yeah,
think that it is. Yeah, it probably isn't. It's probably a longer story, but I assume you will tell us later.
I'll tell you anything you want to know, of course. But short answer, we're a small part of a much larger group, and that group is calling in their investments.
So instead of attempting to work with us as a somewhat unknown source, they decide it's better to destroy this?
It's better to grab whatever assets are available and get ready for what they're planning next.
The short list of options you just had involved destroying the Amethyst, and I agree, I don't think that's what they're trying to do, but if that's on the short list, then that means that they're... I just trail off and kind of look at the ground for a second.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. I do need to ask this. If we do this, are we going to piss off this larger group as well?
Yeah, but they want you dead anyway, so I don't see what the difference is.
Fair point. Everyone wants us dead. We're that good.
I'm giving you as many options as I can.
No.
He shrugs kind of like he shrugs kind of apologetically and says, I would have not done this if that was on the table, but the best I could do was try to help you out.
I don't think I should, but I do believe and trust you, so... Shrugs. It is what it is.
Haven't had a reason to distrust you yet, although I do want the full story when this is all over.
I feel like his organization turning on us and him being a part of it is like a reason.
Well, I mean, no, like, there's so much left hanging that I want. Like, you can't just leave us hanging, but I know this isn't the time for it.
Look, we got a few more minutes before we pull in. I mean, You're not wrong. It will probably take, I don't know, hours to really go over everything that's going on here, but if there's anything you need to put yourselves at peace before we do this, I'm not hiding anything. It's just I don't know if I have time to go in detail.
What is the overarching goal of your benefactors? What are they looking for? What do they want?
Again, short answer, the Cygnus state.
To acquire it.
Yeah.
That's ominous. Okay. I mean, if anything, I mean, that might... I mean, not that we can convince them, but that sounds like we're on the same page there. I mean, I think we both have a beef with the Cygnus state.
You'd think that. He looks down at his feet, shuffling them a little bit, not really knowing how to respond to that, and being like, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be good for people like you either way, based on what I've seen.
So bad people is what I'm reading here.
Bad? I don't know. But I don't find myself agreeing with them any longer.
Surely it's not that simple. I mean, I think that we're all pretty nice guys, and you've probably gotten pretty attached to us, but on the scale of what you're talking about, I have a hard time understanding why you're helping us.
Yeah, I asked myself that question too.
Well,
But I couldn't live with myself if I had let this happen. So that's the way I'm playing this coin toss right now.
well,
How about
let's
this?
hope you don't die by not letting it happen.
Yeah. I mean, what you're telling me is you're not an asshole, which, if anything, I think that's a feather in your cap.
You see Nestor raise his hand.
Yes, Nestor, it's your turn to ask questions now.
Oh, can I go?
Go, man, go.
I was just wondering, this benefactor you mentioned, is this the party responsible for all the incredible technology that the Noblesse Affaire seems to have acquired?
Yeah, directly so.
But they are not in themselves related to the Cygnus state or Corsec. They're an outside party, is what you're saying.
That's correct.
Final question. Are they aliens?
He smirks and laughs a little bit under his breath, and he goes, "You know, Nestor, that's not as crazy a question as you might think. And I think alien, in its more broad definition, is how you would describe them, but we're all humans."
He looks a little perplexed, but satisfied with that answer.
I look over at Gene as if it's his turn to say something now.
You just look over at Gene, and he's just kind of shifting in his spot, super nervous, and he doesn't respond with any questions. like that last answer the last answer from Nestor's question really shook him.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder, which will probably cause you to jump. I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit!
Let's go.
Oh,
Well,
whoa.
Aliens or not, it doesn't make a difference. If we're fighting for survival, they could be weird tentacle monsters or other humans. We're still trying to just live.
Yeah, still gotta fight them. Doesn't matter who they
Regardless,
are.
I don't think you're going to have to deal with any crazy technology, as you put it, during this. I mean, most of what you're going to be encountering is what our group uses, so we don't stand out too much. So this is as close as our stuff gets to normal.
Wow, that's a relief. Because I could barely wrap my head around some of this stuff on the Amethyst.
Well, let's just say we know how to work some of the Amethyst stuff, because a lot of people in our group are engineers dedicated to better understanding Cygnus state technology.
Okay.
Got it.
Anyway, looks like we're pulling in. Is everyone good to go?
If I said no, can we turn around?
5 more minutes?
I'll put the helmet on from the guy that we
Yeah.
took out.
Yeah, I guess we have, coat, pants, jacket, hat, helmet?
I forget I forgot if we covered this last time, but do we have pilot gear that we're allowed to take with us, or
You would have to clear it with me.
Okay.
Generally, these guys have uniforms, which means you won't be in your hard suits, right? These guys didn't stomp onto your ship wearing miniaturized like battle armor, right?
Yep.
Right. My standard loadout as a pilot gear is patch, frag grenades, and stims. I think I could take that stuff though, right?
Stims, common equipment, they would have that. Grenades, I mean, I don't know if they would take grenades to go capture some people, right? But like, it wouldn't raise eyebrows to see people walking around with grenades. We'll say this is what Cass is. Cass is like overviewing your loadouts to be like, yeah, I wouldn't raise an eyebrow at this.
So stuff
And I assume patch is fine too.
Yeah.
Patch is fine. He will even tell you that people in his organization use a variety of weapons. So there is no standard issue rifle. So whatever weapons you're rocking are probably fine. It's like what your extra gear is the only thing that might raise eyebrows, depending on what it is.
So Nestor, what he would have, I think, normally is patch, thermite charge, and personal drone. Now, personal drone is probably something he can't just stow away, so that might not be kosher.
I would say, in my mind, a thermite charge and a personal drone would both take up like space in like a pack you were wearing or something like that.
Yeah.
And that would stand out, right? Like he would say, well, I guess we could put a backpack on you and each one of those things would be in the backpack. But like, we don't often walk around carrying that kind of gear. Like we have people who are, demolitions people and they will carry charges, or we have people who are scouts and have drones and stuff, but that wasn't these guys. So
this might be off topic perhaps, but like it depends kind of on what the drone is. I don't know about the level of tech here and everything, but like nowadays, just IRL, you can get little drones the size of like small cameras that fold up and stuff. I don't think that's happening here necessarily, but
it describes them as small non-combat drones are a common sight of the field. They're fairly noisy, but can fly half a mile with good maneuverability before losing signal, relaying audio and visual information as they go. So to me, this is going to be the size of a Chihuahua. Right? Like that's what I have in my mind for the size of this drone. And if you have one of those strapped to your, like the back of your hip, that is something that's going to be noticeable.
Yeah.
Can I disguise it as a Chihuahua?
Yeah, say it seems like it'd be good to have. Yeah.
You just have this pink handbag with a Chihuahua head sticking out. You got a problem with it? What?
No, I love it.
I have my service animal license for him. And
I will.
Careful, she bites.
What about a corrective, which is a clear plastic-like sheet that can be placed over the wounds of severely injured?
First aid equipment, normal stuff. You could have patches, you could have correctives, you could have stims. Those are things that people often just carry as personal equipment.
Excellent. I will swap out the drone and the thermite charge for corrective and frag grenades.
Okay. Yeah. That's about the highest level of explosive that won't tip people off that you're carrying it.
What kind of grenades?
I know this because we've done many missions together,
grenades.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have frag grenades too, if that's all right.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's the high. Like all of you walking around with frag grenades, since it's like 3 of you now, is a little odd because you were just supposed to capture some people on a spaceship and escort them to a detection center, right?
But these aren't just people, right?
Sure. I don't think.
If you guys already
here's what I would say. Cassius might get you for that. Like, if Cassius was your enemy and he saw you guys walking around that, he knows his crew. He'd probably be like, that's weird. Or like if Heathcote was here, he'd probably see you guys walking past and be like, well, not only do I recognize all 4 of you, but also this isn't how we equip our people. But like,
us
Joe
walking with Cass and
AK-47
other
isn't
people
gonna,
seeing
yeah.
us.
Well,
Yeah.
Cass is leaving first. Remember,
Yep.
Cass is walking. The plan was, and you can rework this plan with him if you want. The plan was, you land, Cass will leave on his own. Say to the people outside, hey, it got messy in there. We have 1 survivor. Our people are getting her ready to escort. Show them where to take her when they come out. I need to report back to command to like get himself past security. That's when he is going to go to Shields. And then he's going to rely on your guys' disguises, escorting Torsay as your prisoner to help get you to where you need to go. Now, if you guys want to change that plan and try to go somewhere together, you can workshop that at this point.
No, I'm fine with all of that. I was just making a point of visibility as all.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like that's all. But yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think it's seen as like 2 people already have grenades, then Nestor would probably think, I think we're good on the grenades, and he's gonna take stems instead. So he's gonna have mostly like first aid stuff.
Cool
Yeah, that
beans.
works. Okay.
You guys might need it since none of you are wearing coat suits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does anyone good at hacking here? I mean, I know this obviously as our team leader, but is there like hacking equipment we could take? We need it.
Nestor can do a little bit.
I do have a Omni hook.
Well, there we go.
So he can
Omnihooks
communicate. with
Omnihoook is
people.
not a hacking make.
Omnihooks are pretty big too. I don't know.
I have no idea. I never thought
Yeah,
about it before.
they're like bulky. They're almost like imagine like in World War II. There's like the radio operator with a big old radio thing. That's kind of how I think of Omnihooks.
That is how I think of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. I assumed they were like, not like a big football size, but okay.
No, if you read them, they actually say a portable, if bulky, Omnitech terminal.
You're
So,
right. Okay.
Yeah, it is exactly how I picture it as well, exactly the way Todd does, which is funny, which is kind of like the radio equipment the radio guy would carry on the field.
Well, I think you described it to us that way way
might
back
be.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
might have,
probably exactly it. Now, it might not be unusual. Maybe you could just say like, "Oh, I need this because I'm coordinating with like, the ships outside or something."
Mm-hmm.
Torsay shrugs and says, "You could also say you took it, like you're confiscating it because you found it on the ship."
Also,
I can buy
good
that.
point.
Only reason I'm throwing it out there is because like I don't know how well communication's going to be inside. With if we're trying to, well, I imagine they're going to detect any communication we do, right?
Portable comms. You guys will have portable comms with each other. Portable comms can get disrupted, though, fairly easily. So if someone knows to do it, they can do it, right? Something like an Omni hook can punch through that kind of stuff. That's why it's a piece of pilot equipment, right? Like you have to spend the fact that it's bulky and taking it as a piece of your gear in order to have something that is more reliable in terms of communications. But
Up to you guys.
Even without it, you will be able to talk via just team comms.
I'll let you.
I would rather you. Sorry, go ahead, real quick.
I was gonna say I'll leave it up to your judgment, Chuck. But it sounded like Jay had an opinion.
Well, yeah. If Bob, would you allow us to take some data plating instead of the Omni hook? Not necessarily just for us, but for other people so they could short range communicate with us. Because, yeah, we could take an Omni hook and give it to one of the groups that we rescue, but, like, that just feels unnecessary.
Yeah.
So you're
when-
saying
better.
taking data plating to give to like whoever you're coordinating with on the ship.
I assume they don't have communications
probably
with
a
them,
good
right?
assumption.
So like, taking something like that so that when we hook up with them, they can then be in on communications. Because honestly, I'm about to take away one of my items for that if you're allowing it. I don't know if it would be 1-to-1, but or if you'd let us take a few instead of an
Yeah,
Omni hook. I don't know. Whatever. I'm bargaining.
Yeah, I mean, if you take that as a piece of gear, I will say it's exactly what you want it to be, which is, it's a comm-linked piece of jewelry, like an earring or an earpiece or something that you can hand to someone when you free them to put them in communication with you.
Yeah, I picked up data plating as well. I figured it would be it would be non-obvious, especially since we're wearing helmets, and not obtrusive. So, yeah, because it describes as being like small in general, right?
Yeah, yeah. Imagine like an earring or something that is also like a communication piece of equipment. So
That might
yeah,
be
that's
better.
totally an option as well. The special benefit to data plating is you don't have to speak out loud to use it. It uses subdermal transmission stuff, so you can still use it even without talking out loud. The team comms you have that you get for free for being on a team together, you will be speaking out loud. It is like having an earpiece in your ear that you're talking to each other with.
Is there any way that as an item we can take some of those to get other people in on our communications? Because we don't need the data plating. I just am looking for a way to communicate with them when we get them.
Yeah, I would say if you sacrifice a gear slot, instead of taking data plating, you could, if you want, instead take 3 normal communicators. Would probably take the same amount of gear slot, right?
Sure, that makes sense. Cool with that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of my stims then for that. If anyone else wants to and has extra, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't think we need them.
I have stims.
Yeah, then I would take I would just say you have basically 3 charges of communicators that you can hand out. Normal ass, earpiece communicators that are pre-programmed by Torsay to be on your team channel.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna ditch the Omni hook and I'll just do stims and frag grenades then.
and the last thing is that I have a piece of camo cloth. I don't know if that's too big or obtrusive.
Camo
It just says a
cloth.
square of reactive material.
Yeah. It is
Enough to
enough
cover
to
a
cover
human.
a human comfortably. So it's a
Yeah.
blanket. You're carrying a blanket with you.
Look,
If you had a backpack, wouldn't be a big deal. Or you could stow in the back of your hard suit if you were wearing one. And
Maybe you could drape it around your shoulders fashionably.
Like a cape.
one dude wearing a cape as he walks off the ship.
Look, man, it's my security blanket. What do you want from me?
It's your elvish cloak. Yeah, I would say that's probably too bulky if you don't have a means of transporting it.
Okay. I'll figure something else out that's not obtrusive.
The big downside is you're trying to pass yourself off as regular Noblesse Affaire people, right? And they wouldn't be walking around with that.
We want to draw.
I'll pick up something that's very Gene-like. I'll pick up a corrective.
Okay.
So I have how did I turn into DANE again? I have a patch, I have data plating, and I have corrective.
No escape. No escape.
I imagine that the patch and the corrective are all for Nestor after what happened before.
We'll see.
Nestor, stay out of the line of fire. Stay out of the line of fire.
As the Quartz is pulled into the Amethyst, the ship docks, goes through its normal automated landing procedures that are kind of sign countersign like programmed into the computer as you're given like landing space. A single landing zone on this ship is bigger than one ship. So like one docking bay is enough for like 3 ships. So you see like 2 other like landing zones in the same bay as you. In this instance, there is one other ship in the same docking bay as you.
Okay.
Cass stands up, straightens his uniform, checks his equipment. Okay, are we ready to get this started?
No, but I don't think I'm going to get more ready.
I'm sorry if we, kill anyone that you liked, I guess.
He like grimaces and says, fighting is important where I come from, and fighting for something you believe in is something like really ingrained in us. So that's how I'm compartmentalizing this. It doesn't mean I won't have a breakdown later, but let's get to that point first.
They made their choice and you made yours. I get it.
He nods. All right.
Let's go.
I'm going to head out. I'm going to make my way to Shields. I'll send you all a message once I have the place under control. You don't have to wait for that to get started. In fact, if it takes me too long, you might want to get going. The sooner we get this done, the better. But I'd say at least give me a 10-minute lead.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
you'll likely have that, I imagine. Were you were going to ask the guards to escort us to the first prisoners? Was it? Or just tell us where they were?
I was going to tell them to point them in the right direction. But you're going to have to make it look natural that you're going the right way.
Okay.
Do your best to stay undetected, and as soon as an alarm gets raised, let me know. Because as soon as the first alarm is raised, I want to hit the shields to make sure we have as much time as possible. And it might take longer to relay to my position than you'll want them up.
I'll just kind of nod and then walk over to Torsay. So she's like pseudo like zip tied or something, her hands.
Yeah, I imagine she has a zip tie around her wrists, but in her like to the front of her, so that like she's easy to lead. She's obviously doesn't have any weaponry or equipment or anything, so she's just like waiting there.
I'll just walk to him and go, you gonna cry?
You know I'm not good at acting.
I mean, I think you need to make a little bit of a scene. We all just died in there, right?
She rolls her eyes.
I kind of like not roll mine, but like think for a second myself. I don't look. We want it to be believable.
She like looks around.
And honestly, the more attention you have on yourself, the less there is on us. We're probably going to have to pass by them.
She frowns very unconvincingly and like tries to do like a pretending to be weepy face, and then goes, I feel like I'm play acting for a kid. I can't. I can look shell-shocked. I'm good at looking shell-shocked.
You know, I think that would be pretty believable, considering what just, Jean kind of looks around, happened in here. Just kind of looking shocked. right?
That's what
I'll
we'll have to go
stumble a couple of times. You can shove me. It'll be fine.
You mean we can, I don't know, scuff up. No, we're not doing that. Never mind.
Not you, Rook.
As soon as I said, I'm like, no, I hate this. Never mind.
All right, well, let's get going.
So Cassius leaves. The door towards the back of the ship has like a little gangplank type thing that like lowers from the back that also provides access to the rear door and also is like how you load supplies onto the ship and stuff. So he exits first. You give him a couple of minutes. You hear some mumbling outside as you're waiting, I assume nearish by. You hear some mumbling outside as he's conversing with the people who like came to receive your ship. And after a while, it goes quiet. How long do you wait?
Just like a 2 or 3 minutes, I'd say, right?
Okay.
Didn't he say 10-minute lead?
That's not what he meant.
Okay.
He meant to before we get the fireworks started, he would like about 10 minutes of quiet time to get set up.
Got it.
But we need to get moving, and if the opportunity presents itself, I'm not waiting 10 minutes because the opportunity is more important than his 10 minutes.
You're the boss.
Yep.
You all get to the back. You prepare to leave the ship. What does it look like as you guys exit in your stolen uniforms onto the occupied Amethyst?
Jake is the newest, so Jake, you'll go in front as the least recognizable, possibly, I think.
Isn't that a bad thing? I mean, given the nose and the appearance and everything, I feel like I should be drawing the least. I should not be up front.
You're the least likely to be recognized, is what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I will be in the middle, pulling on Torsay to come. And then, yeah, Gene and Nestor can be wherever. It's my only thought.
Just trail behind.
Sure.
Pick up the rear.
One of you has to be behind at least. We want to surround Torsay, right? Like that's the point.
Yeah.
I'll be to one of the sides, just like as like
And I'll be the other.
yeah.
Torsay like cracks her neck to either side, like readies her shoulders, holds her hands out front with them like zip tied together, and then adopts a like 10-mile stare where she just like looks into the distance, not looking at anything, and kind of like lets her head slump to like one side a little bit, and then out of one side of her mouth goes, "You're gonna have to lead me a little bit."
Yeah. I will.
Just pretend Astro Jammin just died. That always gets me sad.
That's how you cry on command.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, if we were to die today, we never see another Astro Jammin movie, and that's a travesty right there, right?
Jake, stop. Jake, you're not supposed to be crying right now. Stop thinking about it.
Sorry, just get a little weepy sometimes.
You cannot see the biggest eye roll coming from Gene's behind Gene's helmet.
I'm sure.
As you exit into the Amethyst loading bay, there are 4 Noblesse Affaire soldiers in the near area. One of them is next to where your little drawbridge style gangplank lowers from the back of your ship. As you lead Torsay, who does a remarkably okay job at looking like she's barely present, and just kind of like stumbling along as you're escorting her. The one at the bottom like looks up, acknowledges the person in front, who is Jake, like just does a little head nod, and then as your group approaches, will say, not talking to any of you individually, he'll just say, "Where's this one being taken to?"
Cass says closest area. I shrug. I don't know where we're keeping the closest prisoners.
He mumbles to himself and he goes, well, we were trying to keep the group separate, but if there's only one left from this group, I guess you'll have to throw her in with the rest. Yeah, take her to the nearest cell. Take the North Passage up that way, and you should be able to find your way to those cafeteria rooms that we locked down. Take her out that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What was the code to open it?
Make a roll.
Word on the street. Hear me out.
He like raises an eyebrow when you ask that, and something about how you phrase that didn't scan for him. So I want you to make a pilot check for how you recover.
I mean, sure.
Can I help with read a situation?
Absolutely.
Okay. 6.
Gene, this guy very obviously thinks that you should already know the password, which is why he's looking at Graham weirdly.
Okay. Can't help. Sorry.
I'm going to do the same thing. Read a situation, and if I make the roll, I would like to respond to how he is in character versus just trying to hope that he believes me.
Okay.
And then 23.
Okay, on a 23.
I'd like to be like, look, Cass told me and not the others, and I didn't write it down. Please don't tell him.
This guy looks at you, looks in a direction that is not the direction he told you to go, as if he's pondering something, and then looks back at you and says, listen, we got some guards there who are worried about keeping so many of them in close proximity to one another. So the password's just going to be today's security password. We didn't make individual ones because there's too many of them. There's too many rooms to guard. But it's not normal protocol.
I mean, I get it. Situation and all.
He shrugs at you. We weren't expecting some of them to put up as much of a fight as they did.
Well, I hope they smarten up by the time reinforcements come.
He's just going to let you go now, assuming he's answered your question.
Sure.
But he's not following up on what he just said. He thinks he's answered your question, even if he didn't give you more information.
Sure.
But you are no longer under suspicion.
Okay, good enough for me. Let's go.
All right.
All right. You walk through the loading bay. As you get to the North Passage, quote unquote North Passage, because there is no, you're in space. That's what this passage is called, or at least how they've designated.
The head of the ship is north.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. That's exactly what he meant by that. Yeah. As you head out that way, you remember the route that Cassius planned for you to show you how to get to Chris Tilton's area. There are a couple of large compartments in the midship area. You will have to navigate the ship while trying to stay in character, which I'm going to require a pilot check from each of you for how you're doing that as you travel.
Okay. Gene being Gene would kind of like to. He still kind of wants to stay in formation, but try to not be as noticed as possible. So can I do act unseen or unheard?
Yeah, absolutely.
12.
Hey, that's something.
Gene's, for the group so far, doing okay.
He didn't let his nerves get to him. That's the big thing, right?
No, doing a great job. I can do a stake. We'll check. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Is that all right, Bob? Stake.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This is a great stake hole situation.
Whew, here we go. 10, right on the line.
Barely. You're keeping your cool, but it is after like the third turn where you see people patrolling the halls with weaponry where you're like, we are incredibly outnumbered. And you're not making yourself look like a frightened rabbit, but it's hard not to feel that way. Nestor and Graham.
So hear me out. Blow something up. No, just
That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah. I think I also am gonna. I just want to be inconspicuous. Look like I am where I belong, and not out of place. So also act unseen or unheard if that sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Roll. I rolled a 20.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you and Gene are doing a really good job just blending in. Very much not doing something without detection. I don't know if that's just you following protocols and like making it look like you know what you're doing as well, but like no one's looking at you. As you pass other groups, you're not sticking out.
Oh yeah, and I kind of imagine like Nestor, while they're walking around, he eyes other patrols and stuff, and he's like he notes how they're standing and how they're holding themselves, and he's just trying to be like, okay, I'm just gonna imitate the other guards and the other people I see, so I don't stick out.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
I'm going to do something somewhat similar, but for a different reason. I want to do read a situation to look for threats in a situation or person, right? To see like, okay, these guys don't give a shit, right? We can just keep walking, right? It's not a problem. Oh, these guys are paying closer attention. Maybe I pull on Torsay a little bit to just show that we're, trying to move along or something, right? Like that kind of thing.
Sure. To kind of
nudge here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
14.
You all do great. And Graham, as the leader for this squad, you do a good job kind of directing and knowing what, kind of face the group should put on at any given spot. You have a good read on when people show up and when you see people, how your group should be acting. And when you feel like it's not quite what it should be, you're pretty quick on like rectifying it. So I would say you guys did excellently moving through the ship. That's 4 successes.
Hooray.
That's the maximum you could have gotten. You are able to, without issue, get all the way to what Cassius on the maps stated was where Chris Tilton's team was being held. You approach some areas of the ship that you all know from being crew members of the Amethyst from time to time, even though you don't spend a ton of time here, were largely just large unused rooms. One of them was being used as like a mess hall, and 2 of them were being used as like storage, but not really, because it's not near anything that the storage would be useful for. So they were kind of just 3 giant empty rooms, and you weren't sure what they were supposed to be in the final design, but the Aster Uprising was using them as 3 giant open empty rooms. as you get there, there is...
before we get there.
Yes, totally.
Sorry, while we're walking in downtime, could I send a message to Cass asking what their today's password is for them?
Cass will say, today's security password, if it hasn't changed, is Hummingbird.
Okay, well, the guard I talked to didn't give any indication of it changing, so...
Okay, good. They generally don't ask me for it because everyone knows me.
Sure.
But as of this morning's briefing, it was Hummingbird.
Thank you.
You got it.
Has it left in 59, changes over to the next day.
Yeah. He says, he will say, respond back, he says, I am nearly in position.
We're making it to the first set of them now, so we'll see what happens here.
All right. The connection just cuts off. You get to the first security checkpoint. As you get here, there are 5 guards. One of them is at like a little... like a podium's not the right word, but it is kind of like a gear check. It is like a lockbox cabinet. One of those ones that has grating on it, so you can kind of see what's in it from the outside, but it has like handles and a place for a key and stuff. There's not that many things in it. You can just barely glance as you pull up. There's some guns in there, but not that many. There's like five rifles, and just spaces for a bunch of other things. As you approach, the person who's at the locker will walk up to your group and say, "Got a new prisoner? No one told me that we were adding any to this bunch."
Well, the group that was coming in put up too much of a fight, so she's the only one. Cass didn't say he wanted her alone, said just throw her into the closest cell we already have some in. No new guards or something, I think.
Since you're the one talking, he kind of like leans to you, assuming that you're the one who speaks for this group. And he goes, "We're trying to keep this group on heavy watch because there's so many of them. It wouldn't make sense to spread them out too many rooms. We're hesitant to add any outside information to this mix. If she even has information about what's going on out here, it might rile up the people inside."
I'm going to look over at her, kind of making a show of like obviously directing attention to her and go, "Unless they're concerned about the color of my shoes right now, I don't think she has much more to offer."
Yeah, she plays the part, like looking kind of like a broken, defeated, kind of like looks down at her shoes, like doesn't change her head at all for whoever's talking. And he kind of like nods. Make a pilot check to convince.
Let's go with charm.
Okay, yeah, it's perfect.
Can I get accuracy from Torsay acting the part?
Absolutely, she's assisting.
22.
Oh, like he needed it.
On a 22, he goes, "All right." Nods at Torsay and goes, "Must have been rough, whatever did that. You said the rest of them went down?"
It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, shame. Who knows what kind of diamonds in the rough they had hidden here.
I just kind of acknowledge silently what he said, but
He'll look down at like a little clipboard he has. It's obviously a digital clipboard. It's like all fancy. It's basically an iPad. He looks down at it. He looks at a few things. He goes, "All right, well, just in case, let's keep her away from the commanders. We're going to put her in room 3 towards the back there. Does she have any equipment we need to check?" And he motions his head toward the locker next to him.
Does she? I don't think just to you, I don't think she has any equipment or anything on her, right? Does she bring weapons or anything?
Torsay did not bring anything, no.
Okay. Then I'll just say, no, we got her when we took her off the ship. It was nothing special in the first place, just a sidearm.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and take her to the last room. Put her in. He'll look over and he'll say, Josephus, Jeremiah, help them. Josephus and Jeremiah come over and they'll escort you to the room 3.
I was just waiting for Gene or Jake to just go hummingbird in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, they didn't ask. They didn't ask for the security clearance.
Hummingbird, we're supposed to be here.
I was thinking it, but I held off.
The nerves haven't set in quite yet, okay?
Josephus and Jeremiah, who are 2 very armed guards. These guards are wearing slightly different equipment than the other guards you've seen. The main man you were talking to at the equipment lockup at the front was wearing what you guys are wearing, generally. The other 4 who are in this hallway look like they're wearing more along the lines of riot gear. They're wearing heavy padded armor. They have hard shoulder pads. They have extra magazines on bandoliers. They carry grenades, but they don't look like frag grenades. As you glance at them, they're probably some sort of utility grenade of some sort.
Probably flash or something. Stun.
Yeah, definitely something like that. All of them, additionally, have something that you mark in your head as an odd piece of gear. They all have a small backpack on that looks like a little piece of mechanical equipment that has a tube that comes up and over their left shoulder and has an open breathing mask that is just pinned to their left chest, such that you can tell that the tube is stretchy or something. They could pull it off their left chest and put it on their face if need be. But it's all kind of just pinned on their left chest currently.
So probably smoke or some sort of riot chemical grenade then, likely. It's my thought.
Seems likely.
They will escort you to the last door. They don't talk to you at all. They just one goes behind your group, one goes to the front of your group, and the one to the front of your group with his weapon in his hands. He's walking with his weapon out. He nods in the direction that you're all going to be walking, and then just starts walking in the direction. Yes.
Just a few questions because I'm not sure when the best time to go loud is going to be here. How many people are in this area? Was it these 3, the first guy I talked to and these 2 riot guys, and that's it?
5. There was one guy at the front. He was wearing normal gear like you guys are.
Yeah.
The other 4 are all wearing the equipment I just described.
Sure. Okay. And then we're going into a set of rooms, or they're just 3 rooms off of a hallway that they're leading us down?
You're walking down a hallway that the doors don't start until after the checkpoint. There's 2 doors on the left and 1 door on the right. It goes room on left, room on right, room on left. You know from being on the Amethyst, these are just big ass rooms. The room on the right, the single room on the right, is what you all have been using as a mess hall. You've probably had meals in there. From the way they're talking about it, there's a lot of people locked up in there. And they don't have people locked up in individual rooms because there's so many of them. They'd be spread out across a ton of rooms if they put them all in individual rooms. So they kind of split this group into 3 groups and split them between these 3 rooms.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. They take you to the last room, and the first one will stop short of the final door. And he'll turn around. He'll look at the 4 of you. He'll look at the prisoner, and he'll say, "Prisoner,
He's asking for her to go in. Okay, yeah. I will transfer the prisoner.
All right. He grabs on to Torsay's wrists, starts like dragging her forward. She is trying to keep up the facade so she doesn't change anything about her tack as he pulls her along. But you notice he is more rough with her than you were being. So like he doesn't have any patience for her dawdling. So he just kind of like drags her behind him, walks up to the door. There is a little like pad next to the door that is not normally there. When the Amethyst is normally in operation, this is like something they've added, and you can tell it's not built into the wall. It's something they've stuck on the wall. So there's something stuck on the wall next to the door that he walks up to. He looks in it as if there's something to see in this little box, like a little viewfinder or something like that. He leans down, like looks in it, takes a couple of seconds, pulls away, and he goes, okay, we're clear. Come on. Walks up to the door, opens the door, and then like starts pushing her in front of him to go in.
Was there any special way of opening the door on this side? Any numpads, keys, anything? Or does it look like we'd be able to open them?
There was no number pads or anything. The thing they added on the wall was something they brought with them. You don't know what he was. Don't know what he was looking at when he looked in there, but he saw something that he interpreted as okay, and then escorted her into the room. He just walked up to the door, opened the door the normal way you open this door, and they are sliding doors in this thing. But you guys don't have key card locks on any of these doors. That's an option, but the Aster Uprising have not implemented it, and it does not seem that in the short amount of time that these people have taken over your ship, they've printed out key cards to hand to everyone, so they're not using it either. He just walks up to the door, hits the part on the handle that causes the door to slide open, and then escorts her in.
So these are just doors we can open. Then.
These are just doors on this side.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to get as good of a look inside that room as I can.
That's a pilot check.
Yeah. Act unseen or unheard. Try to
getting a look without them noticing. Sure.
Yeah. 21. Oh.
As Torsay kind of like leaves your custody into his, you kind of follow him forward a little bit and then stop short so that he doesn't think you're following him, but you've like moved to the head of your group. As you kind of like see around the door a little bit, there is now a kind of two-phase door behind this door. He is not just walking into an empty room when he walks in this door. They have put in like a little structure on the inside. So it's like, you know, one of the like a security door at a bank or whatever, where you have to walk through two different doors. So the normal door that you would normally use to get in is door number 1. He took her into the little compartment that's between the two doors, waited for the door behind him to close, and then you assume he's opening the interior door next.
Okay.
So they have put some sort of security inner door on there.
Okay. You guys have any ideas?
Is this in character or out of character?
Out, considering there's a guard with us here.
Yeah, fair. Like, I feel like this is a good time with one of the guards distracted, locking Torsay away, but maybe too soon for Casper.
I don't know. I think maybe we just gotta. This is our one opportunity. We gotta take it. I don't know if we'll have an excuse to come back here. Pick up the guard we're with, and then open the door and say, "Hey, you forgot something." Or
there are 3 other people in the hallway with you still.
Yeah.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, there are 4 armed guards. One of them. 2 of them are escorting you to door 3, but there are 2 more of those types of people, and then there's the guy who was the checkpoint guy who's in charge of the weapons locker.
They came with us. I thought they were just like staying behind.
You're within.
down
you're
the
within
hallway
like
from
20
us.
meters of each other, right?
Okay,
It's
yeah, I
not
gotcha.
like if you shoot a guy, they will shoot you. Like you're not
Yeah,
around
yeah.
a corner, for example. But yeah, if you whisper to each other, they're probably too far away to hear. But the
I
guy
see.
right behind you is close enough. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
you're at the far side of a hallway from the other three.
Can we get one or two people? I'm trying to think of how to do this quickly.
Like separate the group maybe, or
Where's the nearest bathroom?
well, I mean, just split up, so it's not like it's a big old free for all in one room. Like if we could at least break up the
You mean one
guards,
hallway?
you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping or thinking that if we take them by surprise, we can get 2 of the riot guards down initially. But that's still going to be a 3v4 with 2 of them in significant gear and another one geared like us.
Yeah, true.
So as much surprise as possible. To the point of, we do have a couple grenades and there's 3 grouped up down at the end of this hallway.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
So I'm going to nudge. Was it Gene or Nestor that took grenades, or who
I have a
else
grenade.
was it? You
I
okay?
ended
I'm
up
going to.
not.
You did
Yeah.
okay. You did not. Okay, then I'm gonna nudge Jake, and then kind of like with one of my fingers hiding it, like tap one of the grenades that I have a little bit and nod towards him.
I'll nod
And then-
and look at the
and
guards at the end of the hall.
I'll whisper just to Jake on the side here. 15 seconds after this guard comes back out, and then look towards the end of the hallway.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I will prepare a grenade in a way that I can meet those 15 seconds.
Right. I'm also going to attempt to do that so that we'll start this off, you and I at least, by throwing grenades down the hallway at the end where they're at. Hopefully
Sure.
taking them by surprise and wounding them while the rest of us can go for these 2. And as I assume they will lead us then out of this once we're done. If possible, I or Gene or Nestor can try to get behind them. That kind of thing, surround them a little. That would be
Right.
my plan.
As you guys prepare, it takes a minute. Eventually, the door opens back up. The guard, Jeremiah, who had taken Torsay in, will walk back out, close the door behind him, turn to your group and go, "All right, we've accepted the transfer. Let's get you back to your jobs."
Yeah, thanks. I know it's a weird one,
He shrugs.
bringing one person in to the group. I'll just make idle chatter and distract him with she was cute though, huh?
He looks at you and then looks ahead and then motions for you to walk forward.
You tried.
Taking the attention on myself, I will walk forward and go, "What? Can't think something like that as we're leading people around by a leash," grandiosely walking forward so that he pays more attention to me than others.
You hear him sigh gruffly, and he goes, "We're on a mission."
Our lives don't end on a mission. We're still people, right?
Still a man.
Some people should have more respect for the homecoming.
Listen, I just think that we should also have fun with our jobs. The homecoming will come either way.
He is definitely paying more attention to you than the others.
I guess there's just no substitute for good taste. Which I assume has been around 15 seconds as we've been walking back.
Yeah, I
Something
would say
around
so.
there. So at that moment, I'll just grab one of the grenades and throw them. and then
Jake,
immediately try to turn on these guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just waiting for the moment, and then I'll do the same.
All right. Jake and Graham, you both flip off the safeties and go to lob grenades down the hallway at the assembled 3 other members. There is one armed person directly in front of your group leading the way down the hallway. And then this armed person who is at the back with you, Graham, as the front becomes the back as you go the other direction. And who was kind of focused on your talk. As Jake and Graham grab and throw grenades, there is half a second of the people you're with having to figure out what to do about that. What are Jean and Nestor doing at the same time?
Can I use Rita's situation to try and head off the guy who was focusing on Graham?
Yeah, totally. Let's see it.
16.
You will have initiative on this guy, which means that Graham distracting him means you will get a non-dangerous roll against him to incapacitate him before he can try to deal with you. So this is kind of a roll that sets up a roll for you.
Yeah.
With a 16, you succeed. Nestor, what are you doing?
So there's one other guy, right?
The one directly in front of your group, yeah.
We just watched 2 fist-sized balls fly in front of him.
Fly past his head. Cling, cling, on the ground and slide forward.
But those grenades are going to the group at the end of the hall.
Yeah, you're walking back towards that group as they throw these grenades.
Nestor is just taking out his light energy weapon, handgun, and he's going to fire it at the guy in front of our group.
All right.
So I don't have any skill triggers for that. It's just a D20 roll.
Yes, we're going to resolve these in the order they happened. Graham and then Jake. I'm going to want a check to determine how effective you were at aiming these grenades. There are 3 people. They weren't right on top of each other. What's the spread look like here?
You know, this sounds kind of silly, but I'm looking at this almost like bowling rules in the sense that I'm trying to place this in such a way that it'll hit the most targets at the end of the hallway.
I'm so glad you have that bowling skill trigger.
I mean, I have blow something off, and that is my skill trigger, but
well, that sounds good.
That sounds good to me.
I'm going to assault as mine.
All right. Let's see an assault and blow something
for
up.
any reason?
You not on this, Graham. Nope.
Okay. Oh, 19.
Very
you
nice.
guys are on fire.
We need it.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
It's an
Jake.
explosion. Ooh. Here we go. 16.
Wait till I roll.
Like a choreographed scene, your 2 grenades bounce forward and slide just at the right distance apart from each other that the combined explosion between the 2 of them completely takes out the 3 guards at the end of the hallway. Blown against the wall,
Nice.
even the one who wasn't completely in the blast, who was the guy at the weapons locker, gets thrown against the weapon locker and then collapses on the ground, dead or otherwise. Doesn't seem like he's moving. The other 2 completely shredded by the shrapnel of the frag grenades. As this is happening, Jean, you correctly identify that the one behind is not expecting this to happen. You watch him lunge towards Graham, who is the one who he was focused on, as Graham throws the grenade. He is not paying attention to you. You have a check to do something about this, that it won't be dangerous yet.
Okay. Well, since I've noticed him and he hasn't really been paying attention to me because of Graham, I'd like to do act unseen or unheard to kind of, as he's about to lunge toward Graham, take a few steps back to get behind him and then take out my medium signature and fire at him.
Okay, yeah, let's see what that looks like.
16. Okay.
All right. You're able to get up on him as he's lunging at Graham, and as you pull the trigger, he just goes down in a hail of gunfire. What kind of your medium signature? Is it explosive, kinetic, or energy?
I'm gonna say for Gene, it's an assault rifle. Just something that looks standard, right?
So Graham, you see this armored dude like lunge at you as Gene like spins on him and just riddles him with bullets, and he falls short of you. Nestor, unfortunately, the guard up front wasn't distracted, and as he saw the grenades fly past him, he turns in the direction they were being thrown from, which is behind him, and sees you drawing a pistol. This will be dangerous.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we roll. Okay. Someone had to break the streak. I rolled an 8.
All right. As you draw your pistol, and he can tell in the short amount of time that it's happening that you're drawing on him, his face changes as you can tell he's identified your entire group as like an unknown threat. Like this guy has gone from like guarding people as part of his job to murder in his eyes. He goes into his CQC training and quickly draws his knife from off of his chest bandolier.
Oh, no, not CQC.
Grabs your wrist as you're drawing the gun on him, pulls down the knife and pulls your arm towards him to like pull your chest towards him as he jams the knife up into your side. You're going to take 3 pilot damage.
Okay.
Shot and stabbed in the same day.
Not a great day for Nestor.
As this happens, you can tell he is pulled. The rest of you see this happen. As you can tell, he has pulled Nestor into position to use him as a shield from the rest of you. What do you do?
He should do what I did and shoot him in the foot. Worked great for me. Don't actually do that.
Can I try to hit him? Oh, go ahead.
No. I'll just say I am getting ready to take a shot the moment I feel like I have a chance to, but assessing things. So feel free to go first.
I don't know if that's gonna help.
You did just get stabbed.
Yeah,
so
I don't know if
might
I
take
do
a
anything
second.
right away. Yeah,
you shouldn't.
I would like to read a situation, and the goal is to look for an opening to fire, but purposefully miss to rattle him to give Graham an opening.
All right. This is going to be with difficulty.
That's fine. Inaccurate. I rolled a 2. I see nothing.
You try to look for an opening. This guy is trained. You watch him stab Nestor, withdraw the knife, pull his arm forward, and like wrap his arm around the back of Nestor's neck as he like holds him in front of his face and chest, and pulls the knife like to one side to like let his arm that's holding Nestor be the one with the knife as he's about to draw his sidearm as well. So he has sidearm and knife. Who wants to try next?
You got an idea,
He's
Jake?
taken Nestor hostage.
Yeah, I'm trying to spitball here. I think what I'd like to do is try to position myself in a way that, like, we're all acting at the same time at this moment. I want to see if I can like draw less attention to myself to get into an ideal position to take a shot at him.
If you guys want to make this a group check, you can try to, as a group, overwhelm this guy.
there's like 3 of us and 1 of him. I imagine
Yes.
he can't keep tabs on all of us at once.
If you guys act as a unit, what will happen is it opens more of you up to danger, but you will get more of a chance for a positive success. So it's still everyone who takes part will be part of the dangerous check, but you'll have accuracy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm probably the best bet to actually get the guy, but I also have another option to distract / maybe get him. So I have a +6 in assault, right? Like I can maybe just make the roll. But if I use show off, I could like feign that I'm giving up, right? Like start raising my hands in the air and, have my pistol in my hand or whatever, right? But then use show off to try to ricochet a shot around to just clip him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll get heat off of people as well. I don't know if it'll be as dangerous as just shooting him or not, but
I mean, you have been the face man up to this point, so there's probably already a lot of attention on you to begin with.
Yeah, there's not a lot of talking out of this, so yeah, the attention is all I've got to work with. So yeah, whatever. That's more interesting. I'll do that instead of just shooting at him.
All right, so narrate what happens.
I start I put my medium signature down and start raising my arms with my pistol, hanging on the finger,
Yeah.
but not like usable or whatever. And then just start going up and go, hey, look, there's no reason that we can't talk about this. And then just grab the pistol and shoot, trying to ricochet a shot off of like a pipe and then down to like clip him. The loss of momentum will definitely not kill him from the bullet ricocheting, but if it clips him on the side or something, it might be enough for them to get him. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, I will say that this is a pilot check to create an opening. So this is going to be just a straight pilot check, not dangerous.
Okay, I'm invoking show off.
Absolutely.
Oh, 4.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
On
Here
a
they come.
failure, you watch as you fire at the pipe along the wall, and it does ricochet past him, but instead of rattling him, it has put him more on guard as he drops his hand to delatch one of the grenades from his belt. Not to throw, he's letting it drop to the ground.
Okay.
You all have another moment to act before that goes off.
You guys go ahead since I just did my thing.
Wait, like he dropped a live grenade. Like
He's about to drop a grenade at your feet, at you and his feet.
okay,
We
like,
should probably clear.
He's basically suicide kamikazing himself.
You don't know. You don't
Okay.
know.
can
The knife
I-
is still to your back, Nestor. Like he's holding you with his knife arm.
Yeah.
And the same arm he went to grab his pistol with, he just quickly pulled the latch on one of the grenades on his hip to let it fall to the ground.
and he's
You-
right.
you don't know what's about
he's
to happen.
holding me like right behind me. Can I try to back headbutt him
Oh yeah,
in the face?
do the hostage headbutt thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
you can try to do that. Yeah.
I love it.
All right, I still don't really. It's a stretch, but I gotta ask. Can I say act unseen or unheard in that I'm gonna do this so quickly he's not gonna see it coming?
No, I'm sorry, bud.
Okay. Gotta just cover my bases. So I'll roll the 20. 20.
Holy crap.
Hey, on a 20.
Damn.
You throw your head back and smash him in the nose as he's doing this. You don't stop him from dropping his grenade, but you are able to get yourself clear from it before it goes off.
Okay.
As he stumbles back, you dive forward. But as that happens, the grenade slams to the ground, and a thick blue mist starts steaming out of it in all
right.
directions as he pulls his face mask up to his broken nose.
Can I get somewhere quickly?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I would like to get out of the expected I mean, man, what would be the best way to handle this? I would like to get far enough away what I would expect the grenade to be, at least with the initial release, and then aim my gun at him, and if I can do that in one action, fire. But essentially, my primary goal is get the fuck away.
Get away from the gas.
Yes.
Okay. This will be, I'm going to let you determine if you want this to be also an attack, it will be dangerous. If it is not also an attack, getting out will just be a pilot check.
Let's do an attack. Let's try and
so
get
this
this
somewhere
done.
quickly is getting out of range while simultaneously drawing up on him.
Pretty much.
You got it.
All right, inaccurate. Let's see if I can roll better than a 2. At least give me a 3, okay? I rolled a 9.
Okay.
That is better than a 3.
And yeah, this was already a dangerous, so you had to roll really well to not suffer consequences. You also just failed the thing you were trying to do. So as you try to move back and shoot him at the same time, a little bit of both means you fail at both, which you stumble back trying to get out of the range of the gas, and it doesn't even take but a couple of whiffs of it before your vision starts swimming in front of you. The blue gas has not filled the hallway, but it has filled your vision in a weird way, where everything in the hallway starts to look swimmy and blue as if you're under the ocean, and there's a strong current floating past you. It is hard to walk. It does feel like you're underwater in the same way that taking a step makes it feel like an incredible amount of effort, as if you're wading through a heavy stream. You are now completely you're slowed, basically, by the grenade, as you are having trouble pushing your way through it. He notices that you are doing this, and he starts firing upon your group. Gene, he does nick you for 2 pilot damage. 1 pilot damage. I'm sorry, Gene. 1 pilot damage. All right, he is falling back after dropping his grenade to stay within the range of his gas, but trying to put the smoke between you and him. And he has drawn his sidearm and is starting to fire and has at least hit Gene. What are the rest of you doing?
Are you going again, Jake, or no?
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, if that's all right.
Yeah. No, I figure you'd be next.
I was going to take advantage of the chaos, so his attention is focused on Gene. I'm hoping to see if I can get a shot at him while he's pulling out his firearm.
All right, he's in the midst of firing on Gene. You can go ahead and try and fight him, but this is just going to be a dangerous fight check then.
Would stay cool apply here?
This is more assault, if you have it.
I have marksmanship.
This is, marksmanship would be perfect for this. Shoot guns with speed and accuracy.
All right. Here goes something.
This is dangerous, if I hadn't said it.
That's fine. 12.
All right. On a 12, you fire downrange at him and you force him back out of his smoke's area of effect. But in staying and firing, you are engulfed by the smoke. And just like Gene, you start to feel this heavy, underwatery, swimmy feeling. Your entire eye line fills with blue. You can barely see more than maybe 10 feet in front of you, and it's an incredible amount of effort to move your limbs through it, as if you're wading through deep, deep water.
I would like to just scream Nestor kick and then assault on the guy and try and take him out.
Say again, Nestor kick.
Kick, yeah, kick.
Okay. I will.
Do you want me to roll the assault first, or?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Anything I should know, Bob? I'm sure it's dangerous.
This is just the same kind of dangerous fight Jake just tried to do.
Right. Oh, 9.
Boy.
Graham, you fire on him, and as the hallway is, getting, shot up for sure, and he is forced back a little bit from his grenades area, he is unaffected, while you now are. As your vision swims, everything goes blue, and you find it incredibly tough to move your limbs. Right now,
Nestor.
the only one who hasn't decided what they're doing as the grenade goes off is Nestor. So Nestor, while the rest of them are getting caught by the gas grenade, what are you doing?
The gas grenade. I ran out of range of it, but it's still pretty close by.
It is filling the area. It is like you got out of range of the initial spray, but it is voluminous. It is sweeping through the hallway.
Okay. I will. The other guy in the riot gear, he went down, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Where is he in relation to us?
He's behind your group, probably the direction you're retreating to stay out of range of the gas, because that is where Gene shot him as he was lunging at Graham.
Okay. The guy that he went down though.
That's correct. He got killed by Gene.
He has a mask.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm going to run over to him and take his mask and try to activate it on myself.
It is a backpack. So it's like a backpack with like a hose and mask attachment. This is going to be a pilot check to strip this guy's gear and put it on yourself quickly enough before the gas gets you.
What I'm going to do initially is I'm not even going to worry about taking it off of him. I'm just going to take the mask. I'm going to get down on the ground, take the mask, and put it over my face.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
Okay.
Let's see that pilot check.
I don't know if this is an invent or create.
It's definitely not a new device.
Yeah. I'm not repairing it, so I can't really say hack or fix. I'm just gonna be using it.
Well, this isn't dangerous. This is just a straight pilot check.
Yeah,
then.
so let's just roll that d20.
Isn't your background a scientist? Couldn't you invoke your scientist background, assuming you realize what it is?
That's true. Have I seen breathing apparatus like this before?
I would say I would let you use your scientist background for accuracy on this. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
And accuracy again is just plus
a d6. Yep.
Okay. Plus 1d6. Rolled a 15.
Better yet, you rolled a 9 plus a 6.
Oh, so that accuracy saved me.
Yes. So, Nestor, as you scramble along the ground, you instantly just start thinking about stuff as you're doing so. You're like, okay, it's a colored gas. All colored gases are toxic. Like you know a lot of things instinctually as soon as you recognize it. You scramble back, you stay low as you see the gas slightly rising. It seems about equivalent with, air pressure, so and weight. So it's not sinking or rising much, but it is rising a little bit. So you do have the appropriate instinct to get on the ground as low as you can, get the mask on, you breathe, and you feel clean air enter your lungs. Like whatever is in these guys' backpack is like ultra filtered.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have that weird kind of like what Nestor would have come to associate with like corporate grade, like atmosphere recyclers on spaceships that kind of give you like a stale feeling in the air over a long enough time. This is like, wow, oh, this is good stuff. You feel fine, even as the blue mist pushes past you. With the breathing apparatus on, the blueness of it only helps it be a more effective smoke grenade, right? Like, it's still like, it's not hurting you in any way. It doesn't seem to sting your eyes or do anything like that. It seems like you protected yourself just by not breathing it in. And you're able to get the backpack off him and onto yourself.
Sorry, guys. This is like, the airplane briefings they have. This is me securing my mask before assisting others.
That's exactly what this is.
Because of the effects of the grenade, all of you are delayed by 1 round, which means Nestor is the only one who can act next before the person on the other end of the hallway, who, Nestor, you will see, is scrambling towards like the little locker where they stopped you, the security checkpoint at the beginning. And all of the rest of you see this too, but in kind of slow motion. There does seem to be some sort of communication device that he's moving towards up there. Nestor, you're fast enough to act, not being slowed by the grenade.
Okay. Is the grenade is it still like pouring out fumes right now?
Not as explosively as the first 2 seconds of it going off, but it is still leaking out of the grenade.
And has it filled the entire hallway?
It is sweeping through the hallway. You don't think there's enough in it to fill the hallway, but it is obstructive.
Okay. I just don't know what kicking it away, if that's going to really help at this point.
No, I mean, if you can kill that guy, that'd be better.
Yeah. I am going to. So, is anyone nearby that I can snatch a grenade from? What I'd like to do, and I might not have the geometry correct here, but I'd like to start run towards that guy who's going towards the communicator or the locker. As I pass, like either Rock or what's your name? Jake. Reach down, take one of your grenades off your harness, unpin it, and throw it in his direction.
There is another grenade on the guy you're using the mask of, right? You didn't use his.
It looks like the same kind of grenade he dropped.
Right, but I'm also assuming that this mask would be hard to talk through at the same time while there's a grenade on you. So if nothing else, it would delay the time the guy could use the communications and inform people what's happening here if it was on him.
Okay.
It's my guess. I don't know how these masks work or how obstructive they are or what they are.
I'm thinking in the adrenaline rush, Nestor's probably not thinking that detailed. He's just like, let's stop him as fast as we can. And what better way to do that than throw a grenade at him? And he knows something about explosions, so he wants to take advantage of that. So I want to use my blow something up skill trigger.
Firstly, then, Jake and Graham, you have both used a frag, so deduct those from your uses. Secondly, Nestor, they both have 1 frag left. Whose frag are you taking?
Honestly, like whoever's closest to me. So I don't know how we're positioned. We could roll
probably me
too if we want.
It's a bit of a toss-up because Jake was trying to... Oh, wait.
I mean, the guy was lunging at me when Gene killed him.
That's correct. Yeah. I think you're right, Graham. Rock.
Okay. So from Graham, he's going to reach down, say sorry, and pick up a grenade and unpin it and toss it at the last ride gear guy.
You got it. Go ahead and make the roll.
All right, here we go. 20.
Yay!
Ooh, boy. Okay. With a 20, the grenade, you get it like a backboard shot as you hit it against the locker that he's running towards, and it bounces back at him as it explodes between the two. Sends him flying, just torn up by the explosion, and seems to kind of destroy the security checkpoint. You don't know if that's good or bad, but he's definitely not using it anymore. But yeah, he's down. You look around, Nestor, as the other three of your teammates look like they're moving in what you would mime as slow motion.
After that, unless anyone else has actions they want to take, I'm going to go try to help Rock get out of the smoke.
Okay.
Since he's the one I just grabbed the grenade from, he's probably the closest one to me.
He would be right there.
Yeah.
You all watch as Nestor, moving incredibly quickly for some unexplainable reason, walks over and helps move Graham out of the area of effect of the grenade.
That's
and yeah,
Nembus, action hero. Who would have thought?
As the grenade isn't infinite. Like after it's spent, eventually it starts to dissipate. It rises slightly up to the ceiling, and it starts to dissipate out into the area. It takes maybe like 5 minutes for you all to feel normal again, though, unless you do anything else.
I will slowly shake off Nestor and be like, the doors.
I'll say, I'll get it. Let's wait for this to dissipate before we let people out, though. I'll come back and help the others, though. Get to somewhere like a little bit safer or like less.
Yeah, you help get everyone down and away from the initial like exposure area a little bit. It just takes like 5 minutes to clear.
And then, and then I'll get the doors after he says that.
Okay.
Or after I move everyone.
All right. Nestor, which door do you approach first?
I'll go to the door that we took Forse to.
You open the door, and it leads to like a little closet-sized room that has another door in it.
Okay. I will look around for the same sort of like button or interface I used to open the first door.
On this door, this little like portable closet room that they've installed in here does have a code panel.
I'll say shoot. And this little room I'm in, this little secondary room, it's not like a glass room, so I can't see.
You can't see beyond it. It is literally like they brought in like an aftermarket room and plugged it against the door to make like a little like double door that you have to go through to get into these rooms, where the second door is the security door. Rather than mess with the doors that exist, they were like, let's put another door on that door.
Yep. If only we had someone who could charm doors.
That would be an incredibly useful skill.
I will. I know a little bit about hacking things roughly. I think I might know how to hotwire a door panel to disable it or hack it open.
You can try. You can certainly try.
I'll see if I can like remove the panel and start hacking wires together.
Nestor, as you open it, because you have the trigger, I will let you know that there is more that this panel is connected to than just unlocking the door.
Okay. Okay, I'll notice that, and but I'll just have to deal with that problem at another point. I'm gonna go ahead and still try to open the door.
All right, absolutely, go for it.
Have we been before he rolls? Have we been are able to move at this point?
You've been able to move the whole time, but in kind of comedic slow motion.
Okay.
It won't be until after he makes this roll that you'll be back to normal.
Okay. Then I won't be able to do anything. Okay. Good luck, Nestor.
Okay.
You got this.
I got it. 19.
On a 19, as you unhook some of the wires on the door and do exactly what you described, which is hot wire it to create a positive signal through the part that should be opening the door, you hear shink as the door opens, and standing beyond it is Torsay, who's not putting on the act anymore, and 3 big burly guys who are all like waiting with their dukes up like they're ready to fight. And then they see it's you, and then Torsay holds her hand up and goes, no, this is one of ours.
And it's like, hi, yes, we are breaking you out. Come with me.
See, I told you.
And
they look back at the other people in the room. You look beyond them, Nestor. There's like 30 guys in there. 30 men, women, and other. Like, there are 30 people of the Aster Uprising that were all locked up in this room together. There is no furniture. There's nothing. They've all been like leaning against walls, sitting in corners and stuff. But like, you note that like Torsay was waiting on the other side with 3 people that she was like telling to be ready to go.
Is Torsay's hand still bound?
No. It seems like maybe they cut that off of her as they left her in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will gesture them forward. Say, we've got 2 other rooms of your companions we need to free.
One of the guys up front goes, all right. Do you know what's going on? We've been locked in here for like a day and a half. They've just been giving us enough food to get by.
Yes. No, the Noblesse Affaire took over the Amethyst, and we're taking it back.
Shit, are you serious?
I'm afraid I am.
Those fuckers.
Yeah, nearly got us too, but we had a little help from Casper. He's not on board with all of this.
How well known do you think Nembus is generally in the Aster Uprising?
Not well known.
All right, so he doesn't know you from Joe. He just knows you're a guy who he presumes is in the Aster Uprising because you're releasing him.
Yeah.
He'll like, in a very like Poindexter and muscle builder kind of way, just like push past you into the hallway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, yeah, go that way.
And then like a train, the rest of them just start pushing past you as well, like not leaving you enough room to like get in with them. So you kind of have to wait for them all to leave before you can leave.
Right.
Torsay just shrugs at you. But yeah, the rest of you are like shaking it off and like are able to stand up, get yourself under control as you see a bunch of soldiers of the Uprising start leaving the room that Nestor just went into.
As Gene gets up, he walks over to the guy he shot. He kneels down. He sees the grenade and goes, "This might be useful," and pockets it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Add to your gear a Noblesse gas grenade.
Okay. I will figure that out. If not, I'll add a frag grenade and make a note to myself.
Just write it down somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, Bob, you mentioned they were wearing riot gear, right?
Yeah, they're wearing like vests. They're wearing like bulletproof vests and like hardened shoulder pieces so that they could like, shove people around with their weight and stuff like that. Like, yeah, riot gear, basically. Not like full. They're not wearing like helmets with like the plexiglass on the front and stuff. They're just wearing like heavy duty gear, like they're ready to like tussle.
That seems useful to have. Is there a set of gear that isn't exploded by a grenade available?
1.
Dibs.
Because 4 of them got exploded by grenades.
Yeah.
Of the 5.
I will.
You guys had 5 guys to kill, and 4 of them died by explosion.
If there aren't any objections, I'd like to take that set of gear. Also, is there like a helmet that has like a flat base? A helmet, sorry.
A flat base. What
So,
is that?
like,
Like?
Yeah, your flat base helmet, so you can put something on the top of your head and walk around with it as a shelf.
Yes, but also, let me spin it a different way. If I were to take this helmet and put over a grenade that's spewing gas, could there be a seal made to prevent the gas from?
Oh, I see.
escaping?
You mean a level
enclosed helmet?
bottom, like a level bottom. Okay.
Yeah,
None of them
with
are
the
wearing
words.
those types of helmets.
If given the opportunity, like if I see something that serve that purpose, like I keep thinking traffic cone, but I know that doesn't apply in this situation. But like something that we could use to seal off the grenade gas if possible.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure there are things on this ship that could serve that purpose. If you encounter an area where one of those should be, you could be looking for it.
Oh, I just figured it out. Mess hall bowl.
You haven't opened the mess hall yet, so let's see what happens when you get there.
Okay,
They broke
but I
all the
am
bowls
taking the armor.
specifically.
No.
Frustration.
They were like, these bowls are things Jake McCloud could use against us. Let's shatter them, boys. Like we're at a wedding. And they go,
They knew. They
as
knew.
they shatter all the bowls and plates on the ground.
What was it like that?
Alternatively, they don't want us to have soup anymore, so no soup for you. Destroy all the bowls.
But yeah, you've freed 1/3 of Tilton's group. They come out into the hallway, see the other 3 of you, and they like look around and like, where's the rest of you?
You're the rest of us. If I'm up and
Yeah, totally.
You're the rest.
No.
of us.
The gas is cleared by the time Nestor gets them out.
Well, Gene says, like, well, we've got 2 more rooms of you guys, so let's break them open.
All right. Do you guys know how? Do you have the keys?
Nestor comes out and he's like, yeah, I just sort of hacked it open.
wasn't it Hummingbird? I mean, I'm going to try to go into the next room and try to put in Hummingbird if that's a thing.
All right. You're going to do the one on the other side of the hallway then? I assume you're going to the closest room.
Both of them are on the other side, aren't they?
No. The third room, 2 are on the left, 1 and 3 are on the left, 2 is on the right.
Okay, yeah, then I'm doing 2.
Yep. That's
Was
the
it
one you would know as the mess hall.
Was it a keypad or a number pad?
It was a keypad.
Oh, okay. I guess Nestor was thinking Hummingbird, like a verbal command, like, what's the secret password? And you say,
I'm sure it's also
Hummingbird.
that, right? But by virtue of them not asking us that, I kind of figured it's used in a different way as well.
Nestor's like, yeah, you're probably right. Don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
It was the gas.
Graham, you walk into the closet created by the 2 stage door, and there is a keypad.
Yep, I'll type in Hummingbird.
All right. You type in Hummingbird, not bothering to check the other stuff on the keypad. And as you do, it flashes. It seems to turn green, and the door opens. Well, it unlocks at least.
Yeah, I'll just open the door and then turn around and start heading to the other one.
You just open the door and leave?
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna just sit there, I assume.
You hear a commotion happening inside the room.
Unless they are tied down, I'll poke my head in there. Are they tied?
You see a bunch of people like standing up to like look at who's entering, and they don't see. Well, you're still wearing a disguise, aren't you?
Well, no, I mean, the closest thing I had to a disguise was a full helmet, which I'm going to assume I'll take it off right now then or something. This may poke my head in, so they'll just see Rock.
Rock!
And I'll Yeah, come on.
As-
Ship's under attack. We got to save it.
Come on, let's go. As you hear a familiar voice call out to the other people in the room. You are able to free all 3 rooms with that code. That it was the correct code to open the doors. As the hallway starts feeling very condensed, as over 100 soldiers start to fill up in here, Tilton pushes his way through the group up to you, Rock. What's going on?
I wish I could say for sure what is going on, but all I do know is that the Noblesse seem to have betrayed us and are attempting to take over the ship.
Okay. We theorized as much.
I'll give him a brief but as thorough as possible rundown of like where the others are and our current plan. Saying that we're going to need some people to go down to Shields to get with Casper, who is on our side.
Hold Shields, keep people out, free the others. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Good plan. Equipment?
I'm going to look down at some of the bodies and go, we haven't gotten that far yet, but there's some usable guns here and a locker over there with some stuff in it. It's not what we want, but it's better than nothing.
We have 100 people here. We're not going to be useful if we don't have equipment. We're going to be throwing bodies into bullets if we have to make our way through here. Is there...
I'm not saying we have to do that, but we can find equipment. I mean, how far are we from like an armory where we would store that kind of stuff?
Casper pointed that out to you, actually. He said that there's actually like an impound that's a few sections of the ship over. He did say that all gear on the ship is heavily locked down. You imagine that the closest armory is guarded by some of his elites. Mm-hmm. You would have to work your way through that to get into the armory. But if you do, you imagine there would be enough stuff in there for the assembled.
Okay. That's our best bet then.
He starts handing out gear to people that he thinks could make the most out of it with limited supplies.
At about that moment, I'm going to run down to the hallway to where the other bodies are. Is there like an earpiece in one of them or something that they're trying to get communicated on?
No, you see in the wreckage that the security checkpoint next to the locker that had a few, pieces of gear in it, there was some sort of communication device, like a flat, like imagine a phone handset without a phone, like an intercom looking object that was just there. It is now shattered by the explosion.
Okay, well, that's what it is.
Tilton starts getting some of his people geared up and equipped. They start pulling guns off of people. They swiftly break into the locker to get the gear inside. He's like, how urgent is getting shields?
They have reinforcements coming. I don't know exactly how long, but getting the shields up at least stops them from boarding and, attacking us for a while, as we know how good these shields are.
All right. I'm going to send the people I have geared up to go help in shields now, then, to secure the area. I'm going to keep a couple of people with guns. They're going to stay on me, and I'm going to tell everyone else to stay a couple hallways back and just try to stay out of sight until we can find something for them. Do you know where we're going?
Eventually we need to get the bridge, of course.
Right.
Trying to
the other crews.
What was the other groups? Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the other group that we were going to head to next. Of the name of their commander, the spec ops.
Ursil.
Ursil, yeah. I'll say that we know where Ursil is in their team, and I feel like that would be helpful if we can get them.
Okay. Yeah, they would be useful. They're better at small ops tactics. We need gear. If we're gonna fight back against these assholes, we need to get guns in my people's hands.
Then let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm on you then. He grabs one of his people that you know is his like second in command, Tally, and he says to her, he's like, "All right, take that squad, head down to Shields, stay out of sight, kill anyone who gets in your way. If you find Casper there, do what he says. Try to hold the doors, make sure no one gets in." She nods at him. And she gathers up a squad of like 4 people and heads that direction.
I'll say to
Hey, go ahead.
oh yeah, I was gonna say I say to Rock, should we let Casper know to raise the shields now?
He's going to do it as soon as he can, I think. But we should tell him that we've gone loud at least, yeah.
Yeah, and I think maybe when I hacked through the keypad in the first store, that seemed like it was connected to other systems. So I would assume with what the grenades going off and all of this other things, all the other things going on, that they're gonna know something's up very soon.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Then we need to move quickly.
Torsay, who's been working her way through the crowd to you, Rock, will say to you, "Rock, if we move past any of the ancillary control rooms as we're moving, if we can take it for me, I can set up in there, probably provide you guys some info on at least movement in the ship. Keep your eyes out as we're going."
I'll look over at the other commander dude here with us and go, "You heard her."
He looks at her, looks at you. "You got it. We'll do what we can do."
Jean just walks up and goes, "All right. Well, I may know a quick way to get to the armory." As they probably know, Jean's just been around the ship a little bit more, so he may know some of the side paths that the Noblesse Affaire may not be as familiar with.
Quicker cut-throughs and things like that, absolutely. As Jean steps forward and says he thinks he knows how to get there, we're going to go ahead and stop this session. As you have successfully freed Chris Tilton's group, ready to tussle, but not equipped to do so yet. They are ready to help you retake the Amethyst, and we'll see if you continue on a roll from here.
Hooray!
Woo!
We'll see.
Woo. All right.
We'll see.
I guess before I forget, do we find bowls in the mess hall? I know it's silly to ask, but I don't want to forget.
Oh,
They
I need
just-
my balls.
No, it's
they-
important for the
they-
gas.
They cleared the room out because they're using it as a holding place. They didn't want to leave cutlery and bludgeoning objects in there so that they could beat them up every time they came to bring them meals. So, no, there's
Damn.
just tables in there.
tables.
I don't want to hear
Tables.
anyone talking about them tables, all right?
My disappointment is unmeasurable. Sorry, now we can end the recording.
Thank you for your permission. And thanks the rest of you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Not one word about tables.
What's your job?